Hello, Czech core words. That's the topic today. About 2 years ago, I wrote a book called 53 Most Frequent Czech Verbs and Nouns with their declensions and conjugations, many examples and useful phrases. However, I have not introduced it to you on YouTube, so that's what I'm doing now. You can get it on Kindle, and that's where I'm looking right now to show you what you can find inside. So, I was working with the frequency dictionary of Czech that was published by Routledge in 2011. When we click on it, we can have a look what the source for my book was. There it is, almost. It is based on Corpus, but there is a combination of spoken and also, of course written, but also spoken words, I believe. So, you can read more about it in that book. In my book, I focused on just 53 words. You can see them at the beginning in the table of contents, and they go from the most frequent to the least frequent. And why are they 53? Well, it's because there are 3 weeks in a year, and my original idea was that it should be a calendar, and for each week you would have one word to learn. And I decided to focus on verbs and nouns in this book. So let's have a look what you can find there. At the beginning there is some grammatical introduction. Well, you can have a look at it yourself. For each verb you can find this page first, and on that there is some basic information about the verb. So the first week it should be být, which means to be. You do not find the translation here. I was trying to write this book in Czech, so it forces you to work yourself. However, the translation is actually here. Well, you need the internet to find it. Anglický překlad. It takes you to a dictionary, and there you can find what it means and many examples how it's used. Now, going back, another link here is jazyková příručka, which is a language handbook created by the Academy of the Czech Republic. And here what you can find are the forms, the conjugation, for example. And here there are also dictionaries right here, but it's Czech. Let's go back. When I was writing this book, these dictionaries weren't actually a part of the language handbook yet, so I also have links to them. So this is one Czech dictionary. Then there is another. Well, this is actually separate. That's created by Lingea, who also created the dictionary that I like to use. So again, this is Czech with examples. So that might be for people who are on a higher level. However, there is a lot of information you can find there. And then Corpus. This is about frequency in the Czech language. And here you can find how many times it appears in the corpus and in which forms mostly. So the most frequent form is je, and then is sem, and then by, etc. So corpus. And finally, I was also trying to show you the meaning of the verbs. Of course, sometimes it's very difficult, like for the verb být. However, the last link is for that, for pictures. So in this case, you can see mostly tables, because the meaning of being is hard to show in a picture. However, for example, you have the Hamlet here, to be or not to be, or maybe the joy of pure existence or something. So that's what you can find on the first page. Then Monday would be present tense. So here you have the conjugation, and then the future tense, past tense, the conditional, and the imperative. In this case, it's also negative, because for many verbs, the negative form of imperative is actually not used, or there might be a different related verb that is used instead. That's not the case of the verb beat. And then there are examples. These numbers here are show you what case these words are, or adv means adverb, for example. And then there would be another week. Maybe before we have a look at that, let's go back to the table of contents, because here you can find explanations of the abbreviations used in the book. So here it is translated into English. And let's have a look at a noun. So the most frequent noun in Czech is rok, which means a year. First, you find out what type of word it is. So it's a noun, podstatné jméno. Then what gender it is. Mužský rod means masculine. And then I was trying to give you diminutive, if that's how you pronounce it, when something is little. For example, rok, růček, or žena, ženuška, krabice, krabička. So when something is little, it's a little different word. You have the singular, planned for Monday and Tuesday, then the declensions in plural, and then examples. Again, translation, language handbook, Czech Dictionaries twice, Corpus. Maybe let's have a look at that. So, how often can you find the word rock in written sources? So most frequently it's in the form let, but roku, roce, letech, etc. are also used very often. And finally, pictures. So what will the pictures be? You see a calendar. So, or the months, or maybe seasons. So that is a year. And here the declensions, I was using the questions which are showing the forms of kdo or co, and also some prepositions that could be possibly used in that specific case. I also thought that it would be useful that you should learn the declensions of the words ten, ta, or to, which means the. So for example, 10 year. 10 is also showing you that it is masculine. It would be ta for feminine and to for a neuter. You also have it in plural. And then there are examples, again with the little numbers showing you which case the specific word is used in. In this case, I'm focusing on the word rock. With the verbs, I was focusing on collocations, which cases the verb can be used with. However, it is up to you to analyze this and understand, try to figure out what it means. Of course, you can use Google Translate to help you. So, well, 53 words, nouns and verbs in one little book. You can get it on Amazon. Right here, you can have a look inside. You can get it on Kindle. Buy it now with just one click. You can also get it on Apple Books, and you can also get it on Google Play. So I hope you will find it useful, and I look forward to hearing about what's good about it and what could be better. Enjoy! Thank you for your attention. Bye!